Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. Let's try on the new Lisa Eldridge Rouge Experience. I have all 7 of the new shades. The other one just fell on my lap. But I'm so excited to try these. Now, this is a new formula for Lisa as well as a totally new component. Up until this point, every single Lisa Eldridge lipstick comes in this packaging. Here, it's a magnetic closure. They're $36 and they are not refillable. Rouge Experience is different. Just the weight between the two. This is a weighty component, but this is probably twice as heavy. It is so luxurious in the hand. It still has the L and the lips on there, the logo for the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. And the one thing that's great about this is that it's refillable. Now, what's kind of groundbreaking about this is that this portion right here, there's no plastic involved. This is completely recyclable because this is aluminum. So you can, when you're done with this lipstick, send it to recycling just like everything else and continue to use the component. It's really easy to put it back in. You just snap it in until you hear the click and your lipstick is back together. And it doesn't feel like it's moving or rattling. It doesn't jingle jangle. I have some other very expensive refillable lipsticks because they're held in by magnets that as I'm applying, I can hear it kind of like clicking back and forth in the component. The refill moves about and I mean, it's in there, but it feels like maybe not as in there as you'd want it to be. This feels like it's one piece, which I really, really, really like. All right, so I got all 7 of the new shades. There's one shade, I was so hoping it would be there when I logged in. I was worried it had already sold out because it was like grayed out with a line through it saying that it was not available for purchase. And I was like, oh no, there's one I won't get. And it turns out that there was a problem with production. And so 7 out of the 8 shades, at least it was launching with, were available. One of them wasn't quite ready yet. Maybe we'll get it after the holidays. All right, so let's just start in. Later during this video, I am going to be comparing these new Rouge Experience to other Lisa Eldridge shades that I have. All right, the first one I'm going to put on is the shade Simone. I can't tell you how much I love this component. It's beautiful. The shape also of the bullet is a little bit different than the other ones we've had in the past from the brand. This has a really wonderful feel to it. It's not quite as emollient or slippy as the luxuriously lucent lipsticks. It's a little bit creamier than the velvets or the insanely saturated. One's a matte, one's kind of like a demi-matte. This is a really beautiful satin formula of lipstick. It is stunning and I love this color. Oh, this color is so good. This is like the perfect nude shade. Just for comparison, this right here is the new Rouge Experience in Simone. This right here is Velvet Affair. This is Le Mépris. This is Kitten Mischief and Velvet Fawn. I feel like the tone of Velvet Fawn is similar to this, but of course we're getting so much more opacity here. And it has just what looks like a hint of pink to it. The other ones tend to be a little bit warmer. I really like that Simone is pulling neutral compared to the rest of these. This one is Audrey. I just love how these feel. They feel so good going on. This is a very wearable kind of pink leaning coral. I normally don't prefer shades like this, but this one's really pretty. Let me find some other ones in my collection that are similar. This is Audrey, this is Go Lightly, and this is Atomic Cherry. I feel like the formulas are similar here. We get just a little bit more, I don't know, it's just slightly creamier and less emollient. These two are the luxuriously lucent formula, and this one here has a little bit more tenacity to it. It feels really comfortable on the lips. It feels like supremely comfortable. I'm really curious to see if these tend to find all of the fine lines at the edge of my vermilion border and start to trail outside my lip line. I do have problems with certain shades of the Balm Embrace doing that, as well as some of these Luxuriously Lucents. I mean, they all do it a little bit, but the ones that are really noticeable are the ones that are a little bit more pigmented. But I'm really curious to see how the Rouge Experience wears. This is Ramy. This is like my lips, but better. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh my goodness. This might be my new favorite lipstick. All right, this is Ramy. The closest one I could find is this one right here, Painterly, which is Luxuriously Lucent. I feel like the difference here is that we're getting just a little bit more of those maybe deep eggplanty tones, where this is reading just a little bit. I mean, they're both kind of on the cool side, but there's something about this that is just a little bit deeper. This right here is Velvet Blush Lightly. This is Sunday Matinee. And this right here is Velvet Petal. So the closest one really is Painterly. If you have Painterly, you may not want to pick up Ramy, but I don't know. You may want to try all of the new shades in the Rouge Experience like I did. This is Ashes of Roses. Oh, this is stunning. This is Ashes of Roses. Here's Spirited Away. Here's Painterly. This is Velvet Affair and Velvet Muse. I feel like, you know, we've got some really dark, earthy, kind of really beautiful browns in here, but it also reads a little bit like there's a mauve in here. This Ashes of Roses shade is absolutely stunning, a little bit more intense than Ramy, but super easy to wear, and again, so comfortable. This is the shade Lisa. These feel so good. I feel like I could just keep applying. Not that you need to, but I just like, it's so easy to do. This is the shade Lisa. This right here is Rose Official. This is Velvet Beauty, Velvet Petal, and I feel like Velvet Petal and Lisa, this might have just a little bit more depth to it, but this looks kind of like maybe one of the closer ones, maybe that and Rose Official. And this right here is Love of My Life. Definitely this one and this one here are a little bit on the cooler side, but I feel like Velvet Petal and Rose Official, but this definitely has more pigment than Rose Official. Anyway, this is the ones that instantly came to mind as I was looking at this lipstick shade in Lisa, but it's so beautiful. It's so easy to wear. I can see so many of these falling into that everyday luxury moment where not only is the packaging itself exquisite, heavy, weighted, makes you feel fabulous when you're pulling it out. I think there's also that aspect of ease of wearability. Like they just are extremely wearable. Great shades. This one's called Medici. This one is beautiful. Wow. Okay, this is definitely a much cooler lipstick. If I'm recalling correctly, Lisa mentioned in her introduction to these lipsticks, the video that she put up, that so many people had asked her to create lipsticks with cooler undertones, because a lot of people say that the lipstick colors that we have up to this point, from the velvets and the insanely saturated and the luxuriously lucents, can pull warm on some people. Sometimes they say they look straight up orange. And so this definitely hits on all of those notes, like let's make it cooler. And I love the way this formula feels on the lips. I know I keep saying that, but I just can't wait to wear these. Here's Medici. This is Velvet Blush, Night Thoughts, Velvet Myth, Velvet Midnight, and this right here is the Balm Embrace in Metropolis. These were the ones that really made me think, you know, okay, this one's a little bit more cranberry leaning. This one's really, really deep. I feel like This right here is really close, so it blushes close, but this is a less saturated version of it. I feel like there's maybe a little bit more berry in Night Thoughts, but this is such a gorgeous shade. It's so easy. These feel, every single one of them feel like they're easy to wear. Not nearly as saturated as the Velvet lipsticks or the Insanely Saturated. A little bit more pigment than Luxuriously Lucent, and certainly more than the Balm Embraces. But I feel like this is the perfect any occasion lipstick. I had to save the red for last. This is Ribbon. Be Still My Beating Heart. Oh my goodness, I love a red lipstick. Velvet Ribbon is literally my most used red lipstick. This year I had to get a new one because I used the original one that I purchased down to the nub. Now when you have as many lipsticks as I do and as many red lipsticks as I do, the fact that I actually finish any one of them is amazing. But I'm so glad. I think Lisa knew that Ribbon was one of the all-time fave shades. I'm so glad that we have it in this Rouge Experience formula. I love that it comes in this beautiful refillable packaging. Like, I really wish you could feel it in your hand. The weight of it, the way that it feels with all of this texture on it. It is absolutely beautiful. This is the Rouge Experience here in Ribbon. This is the Velvet Ribbon lipstick. This is Velvet Bloom, Velvet Duchess, Palazzo, and another velvet lipstick in Velvet Enchantment. I feel like even Ribbon and Velvet Ribbon are not the same. It could be the pigment load that we're getting here that makes it different, but I feel like I'm seeing a little bit more kind of like a blue in this. It seems like it's a little bit cooler than Velvet Ribbon. Extremely beautiful on the lips. I'm crossing my fingers that this doesn't just start going places, that the warmth of my face doesn't take this outside of my vermilion border. So far it looks like it's staying. I do have kind of like a wavy lip line. The older I get, the more collagen I'm losing in my lips. And certain formulas like Lisa's Balm Embrace is just so emollient that it finds those lip lines and starts to travel. So some of the brighter shades like Metropolis or Red Curve don't look as good. I'm hoping that this stays where it is. Of course, I could always pair it with a lip liner. Anytime you have a problem with products bleeding or feathering outside of your lip line, a lip liner is going to do a huge job to kind of keep things contained. But I will admit to being lazy and I love wearing lipsticks with nothing else, just the lipstick, because there's something about the formula that's creamy. If you add like a matte lip liner or something that has a little bit a different texture, I love the way these feel on my lips, and this is what I want to feel as I'm going through my day. Of course, they're not going to be transfer proof because they are a cream bullet lipstick. When I was thinking about this, one of the downsides I would say is that the bottom, where you would normally on other lipsticks, like these guys, you'd have a sticker with a label on it. You're not getting that here because this is the part that the brand leaves available for engraving. You can engrave up to 3 letters on the bottom. I chose not to get any of mine engraved, and I do have the full components for all 7 of these, but the label is on the bottom of the refill. So my only worry is, since I have so many like this without a label on the bottom, I'm gonna have to get really good at opening it up and going, oh, here's Ribbon. Ribbon will be easy because Ribbon's a red, but when there are more reds out there, I'm gonna actually have to get to the point where I'm like, what shade is this? Let's see. Oh, this is Ramy. And I'm not kind of excited about that. It would be really nice if they would have the sticker up here, or, and I know it wouldn't look as elegant, or maybe even like a small engraving on the tube with the number, because all of these have not only a name, but also a number. Or if they would just, you know, engrave the name on here, that would make it so much easier for me to know what I'm reaching for, since it's refillable packaging and you can put any shade you want in these packages. But Seriously, I wish you could feel them. They're so heavy. They're so weighty. They are luxuriously delicious in the palm of my hand. They feel so, so good. Here are all 7 of the lipsticks: Simone, Audrey, Ramy, Ashes of Roses, Lisa, Medici, and Ribbon. They're so beautiful, but I feel like they really come to life when they're on the face. Here it almost looks like, boy, they're kind of similar, but they're not. They have a very distinct, different look when I have them on. I hope that if you decide to pick one of these up, you'll really like them. Each of these lipsticks is $58. I know that's a lot, a lot, a lot. Definitely a luxury price point. But when I'm thinking about it, this packaging here is so much better than some of the other ones that I've spent that amount on. Here's a Sicily lipstick, which is beautiful, but the component is plastic. This is all metal. Even the new one that's really expensive, that's the holiday version of the Rouge G from Guerlain, this is heavier. This is beautiful, but it's got more of that spangle and sparkle. This looks more elegant and something like you would see like in the 1930s, somebody would pull something like this from their purse. I'm so excited about this. So the plan for the brand is to continue to create different formulas that will go in here. I'm hoping that they're going to make refills for velvets available to fit this. So if you don't want to pick up this packaging, if you want a refill of something, you can get a refill of your favorite shade and it would work in here. Same with the Lucent, same with the Insanely Saturated. I hope that they move over to this sort of packaging. The price difference would be huge because these are 36 and these are 59. I mean, that's what, $23 price jump. But I feel like if you get one of these, you only need one because then everything else will fit in here. Individual refills are $30 a piece, and the refill will come like this, and you could use it this way too if you want to. You don't have to have the component for it. You could, for $30, just get the lipstick, and it does come with an aluminum cap that's gold that fits on here beautifully. And you know, it is lightweight. The weight is coming from the actual component itself, but I really feel like this is a very forward-thinking way of continuing to make things that we want to hang on to. So much of beauty these days is disposable, and I miss having things that you hang on to and that have the ability to last for a long time. This is going to last forever and will be something I would be able to give to one of my children. You know, I love that it feels heirloom quality. I think that is absolutely amazing. My only beef is that I have to pull the refill out to find out what the name of the lipstick is because there's no other way, unless I know them all by sight. Thank you so much for watching today. I obviously love Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. I have a huge collection. I have almost every single shade she makes, but this new Rouge experience is definitely a step up in the luxury aspect of things, but also such beautiful wearable shades with a formula that is super comfortable on the lips. Let me know if you happen to pick any of these up. If there are any comparisons that you wanted to see of other Lisa Eldridge shades along with these new Rouge experience, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer any of those for you and maybe do community posts with comparisons of other lipstick colors from the brand against these new Rouge experience. I'm also going to list everything I'm wearing on my face and these new Rouge Experience lipsticks in the description box down below. Just keep in mind those are affiliate links. Use them or not, it's completely up to you, but it doesn't cost you anymore. And when you do, it does give me a small commission, which helps to support my channel. So thank you so much for making the time to watch today. Have an amazing day, and I will see you again soon.